The OM-45 is an incredible piece of Martin's history, and now it is back in the standard line. I'm going to tell you about it, so stick around. How's it going, guys? This is Cooper Greenberg at Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. It's a good time. So, the OM-45 is back. We've been doing a bunch of videos on the new Martin Standard series. 2025, everything got sort of revamped and redone, but there was a couple new additions to the lineup, both of which, well, all three of which, were part of Martin's history that have kind of come back, and a few things were discontinued that I really liked, but some stuff that I'm excited about is here. We showed you the 0017 and the D17, sort of new all mahogany affordable options in the standard series. But the one that we mentioned when we did that video is the OM-45, which is just cool. The only thing in the 45 series up until this year, for as long as I have worked here at least, and who knows how long, but has been the D45. You got a D45 in the standard series, D45 in the modern deluxe. If you wanted a smaller body, you had to go for a 0042 or an OM-42. Now, for the pearl heads out there, you got all the pearl you can imagine on the OM-45. Now, I've dug on the OM-45 and sort of pined for it since the first time I was at the Martin factory. In the museum there, they got the OM-45 Deluxe, which is a cherished piece. I believe it is one of 11 that were made in the year that it was made, which I'm going to go out on a limb and say maybe it was 1930. I could be totally wrong about that, about the year specifically, but I know that I played an OM-45 Deluxe that blew my mind. It's a really, really cool piece of Martin history. I wish they would have the pickguard inlay like they had on that guitar, but that's neither here nor there. So, OM-45 joins the D45 at the top of the mountain for standard series guitars, and it's awesome. It's a really, really cool guitar. It comes along with all of the sort of changes that they've made in the standard series for this year. So golden era shaped bracing, scalloped X, of course, and the fingerboard changes being a little bit rounded on the edges, a little bit thinner fingerboard, golden era modified low oval neck profile, long volute, okay, because if it's a short volute, I gotta shoot, you know what I'm saying? Long volute, and this has gold open gear tuners. These are Grovers, and it's got the pearl all over the place, 45 style, so all along the top, rosette, sides, all around the heel, and along the back with the 45 style mosaic strip. And golden era CFM block, I mean, bound all over. It is the top of the line from Martin, and for many people, everybody that pines for a D45, you know, this may be a more comfortable option for you. OM body for the first Martin that I purchased, it was an OM scale guitar because I like the more comfortable O body shape, but I like the scale length being a little bit longer, get a little bit more projection, and it's a great sound, great feel. I will tell you that this guitar is set up, I mean, you would hope so for a 45 series guitar, or style. It's set up perfectly. It is like the smoothest, butteriest guitar. But I do have another guitar here. This is a video about the OM-45, but I do want to bring this up because this is a 2025 OM-28, and this is the first time that I've been able to show off the new version of the OM-28. We've done the 000 for 2025. We've been trying to hit every single newly revamped model, and this is the first OM that I've gotten this year. It's July. What are we doing? So, this guitar is basically almost a third of the cost of the 45. The new price on the OM-28, just like the other 28s, is $34.99. The OM-45 is $97.99. So it's not an exact third, but it's pretty close. So for a third of the price, this is an expensive guitar. That's a very expensive guitar. But this should be more or less the same sound because it's the same exact woods, Sitka spruce top, East Indian rosewood back and sides, scalloped X golden era bracing. It should be the same. Now, the reason I brought it up at that point with the OM-45 is because this guitar came out of the case set up perfectly. And there's a sort of preconceived notion about the OM scale versus the triple O scale, which is the triple O is super easy to play, OM is harder to play because it's a longer scale. These are both really good examples of what a well set up OM should play like. So let's take a listen to both. So if you're watching with a keen eye, you could tell right before the demos that I was about to start choking. And I didn't. I just coughed it out a little bit after I set the guitars down, walked out the room, got some water. Now we're all good. I got plenty more to say about these guitars. So, as I was saying, preconceived notion or nosh about OM scale guitars, that they are harder to bend. By virtue of the scale length, they are harder to bend than a triple O. This guitar's scale length is 25.4 inches. If you go for the triple O, you're going 24.9. So There is no 00045. There's obviously a 00028, but this guitar and that one are perfect examples of how easy and smooth and playable an OM should be if you are playing an OM-28 or any other OM that Martin makes and you're finding it hard to play. That may be in need of a setup. But these guitars were perfect right out of the case, tuned them up. There is one thing that I will say, and I don't know why, this one tuned up easier to me, and it felt like it just got there quicker and more precise. They both have open gear Grovers. I don't know what the case is, but that is the thing about this guitar that was noticeable to me when we were prepping for it. But they're awesome guitars. All the new golden era type things, bridge sort of profile, the bone pins on both of these, I think those all contribute to the sound. But I'm very curious in hearing if you, the listener, could tell any difference between this guitar and the squeaky stool, because they should technically sound exactly the same. Sitka spruce, East Indian rosewood. This one's just got more pearl. But if you know about Martin and most other brands, you will know that they grade their stuff. So this guitar should have higher grade woods than this one. I played this one first. I'm not sure if that's how we ordered it in the video, because I'm shooting it right now. But I played this guitar first, and I thought it sounded really, really good. And then I played this one, and I tried really hard to play it basically same volume, same feel. It's hard to do that. Like, it's never going to be exactly the same. And I honestly can't tell you which I think sounds better. I can just tell you that I think they sound a little bit different. But that OM-28 and the other one that I have in the warehouse probably sound a little bit different. So that's sort of the beauty, right, of getting a all solid wood, Martin guitar or any acoustic guitar, is you find the right one that suits you. There might be just a tiny, tiny little difference in the sound that makes you gravitate towards that one. This guitar should be perfect, and I feel like it is. It's a 45, like, heirloom guitar. But the OM-28 is an heirloom guitar too. I feel like that one's perfect. The guitar that I have, I feel like, is perfect. So it's a pleasure to play really, really nice guitars and then be able to just play them back and forth, see what the difference in sound is. But an OM should be very present. The scale length should have projection and just beauty. So I love it. I think the OM-45 is a perfect addition to the upper echelon of the lineup, because a lot of people strive their entire lives to get something like this. And before you really, if you wanted all the pearl and you wanted kind of the top of the line, you were going for a dreadnought. I got nothing against dreadnoughts, but OM, this body shape, this kind of feel, this profile, I feel like there's a lot of people out there that just like it more. And there was the OM-45 JM that was an OM-45 John Mayer edition. That was silver. And so now you got the age toner, you got the look. Obviously, the John Mayer is incredible, but it was also almost $10,000 more than this guitar. So if you're trying to stay under 10 grand, no better option than the OM-45. And also, if you are looking for something to purchase to keep in your family, in the lineage for the rest of time, this is a great option. The OM-28 is a great option. Both of them are going to, with proper maintenance, last a lifetime. More bling, fantastic sound on both. It's just great. So OM-45, welcome to the lineup. Welcome to the store. I want to hear from you if you could hear a difference. If you're in agreement with me that there's maybe a little bit of difference, but they both sound great, so how can you choose? But I think the choice is clear. If you're looking for a almost $10,000 pearled out guitar, now you got one. And OM-28, never been a bad decision for anybody. So Let us know what you want to see next. Other new 2025 guitars. We got more to kind of showcase on the channel. If you want to hear any sort of comparisons, whatever, we're here to do it. We got a great selection of Martins. You can see what we have in stock on the website. You can look at our photos of these guitars. They're beautiful to look at. And if you're interested in any of them, give us a call, chat online, text us, email us, come in the store. We are your place for Martin guitars, and we're happy to be that. So give us a shout. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time.